Hello, everybody. It's your host, Steve Mann with ProjectAPodcast.com. Go over the little things real quick. Getting a delay there. Um, I don't know what that's all about. Let me give it a test here because I got 1 gig. Yeah, yeah. There it is. Let me get rid of something real quick that I added. I added Instagram, and I did it for a reason. Let's try that. Because I'm hearing like an echo of my own voice replaying. I've never had this before. So since I added Instagram, I don't know why there's a delay, but I added Instagram for a reason because I've been getting a lot of new followers off of Instagram and a lot of bands. So that's one of the reasons why I did it because I wanted them to see my podcast and you know maybe get a hold of me and come on the show and tell us their story and how they became a musician and all that. Same way we did with Phil Gil Faction of Single Brass Faction. So I'm just going to, but there's a delay. There's like a reverb. As soon as I talk, I can hear it in my ear replaying, and I don't like that. Um, so so I hope that it doesn't mirror what I'm saying now and double playing it if that makes sense. So I hope not, but anyway. Um right now we're on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. We're live right now on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Um I will post something on Instagram if you are an artist or would like to get on the show, talk political, that's fine. If you're an artist in a band, what have you, if your bandmates want to come on the show, just send me an email at steve.man@projectapodcast.com. That's steve.man@projectapodcast.com. If if you want to get on the show, excuse me, I don't know why my throat is giving me problems all of a sudden. But anyway, excuse me. If you want to get on the show, again, email me at steve.man@projectapodcast.com. Uh, if you would like to donate, you can go to our website at projectapodcast.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, donate. All that will do is get us some newer equipment, maybe get us some venue deals, uh, to go out and do our podcast show, maybe book somewhere or something like that. I would like to do that. I got a QR code at the top left of the screen. You can scan that, um, and that's another way to donate and support the show. Yeah, I'd like to uh, go out into the public and do a show. Right now, where I'm doing it in my home, uh, but with different traveling expenses and all that. And I know everything's tight right now, which we'll be talking about on this show today live. Um, but anything helps. Um, I appreciate for those who already donated and helped me out to keep the show going. Uh, God bless you. So I want to talk about the inflation and the corporate America, because something don't seem right out there. Inflation, the last I checked, for October, it was at 3%. I don't know if I believe that report because it's not reflecting in the grocery stores. Everything is at least 20 to 50% higher than what it was a year ago. Okay. Um, the jobs reports come out and they're saying, well, we created or we have more employment today than last month, vice versa, rah, rah, rah. Um, but it just doesn't feel right. And a lot of these companies are, that give some type of raise, um, maybe a performance raise, maybe a inflation raise, or whatever they want to call it. It just does not meet up with the standard of what we're able to bring home. The little guy, us, we are the consumer. We're the ones that make the world, the poor, the middle class. We're the ones that make the world go round. We're the ones that go buy the products and consume due to our needs and wants. So, but it seems like the wage is not catching up to the inflation. Even if it's a temporarily increase, I don't know how we can do that and legally drop down once inflation or a recession hits. But you know, people at work, the people at work daily that are struggling to make ends meet, that live paycheck to paycheck, needs a little boost because they're using credit cards, they're getting into more debt just to make the ends meet. And I don't think that's right. I mean, if you're doing a good job, you deserve everything that you're worth. Um, I work a full time job. I do this on the side. I That's one of the reasons why I haven't been on is because I've been working, hunting, trying to provide for my family, um, and that takes priority. Today, I happen to have the day off, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do a podcast today. So, but we're not out like my household. We're not out buying new cars or anything like that. We're just doing the everyday needs of the grocery store. And I see people in the grocery store doing the same thing. And, I've seen people put things back because they really couldn't afford that item at the time. So we really need to, corporate America and other employers need to try to help us out because they're making profits. And I'm not trying to be like, I'm against capitalism. I'm against, uh, you know, the company making money. I'm not about that. I know they have to make money, but as you're making money and you see record profits, you need to share that, trickle that down, even if it's a small bonus, a 1 year bonus. Let's take Christmas vacation. Where Clark was relying on his bonus for their swimming pool, but he got some kind of jelly of the month club for a year. He was counting on that. So even if it's a small bonus, it could be, you know, around Christmas time, like right now, you give your employees let's say $500 for doing a good job for the year to show your appreciation if you can't afford to give them a raise. Um, just help out because they're struggling. The whether you know it or not, the middle class is dying, and it's been dying for some time. I think we're going to get to a point if something doesn't change soon that it's going to go the lower income to the higher income, and the middle class be part of see see it going. Do you agree or not to agree? Send me an email, uh, and tell me your thoughts on that. Um, you know what? I'm gonna turn the chat on. I don't know how many people uh, are seeing this right now, but I'm gonna to get your thoughts. I'm gonna turn it off. I'll turn off the overlay real quick. There we go. So, what's your thoughts on, should we have uh, some type of bonus to give to the people, the workers, for doing a good job for that year for Christmas? I think so. I think it would help out and relieve a lot of stress during these times. Uh, the children count on Santa Claus, and sometimes Santa Claus can't make it. And because there's more pressing bills. I donate to um, the Salvation Army at the Kettle Pots Bell Ringers. I give them, $5 here and there, but it's never a dollar. I'll get $5 cash back. I'll put it in there. I do it probably 3 or 4 times a year because that's all I can afford to give at that moment. Um, but it goes to Salvation Army and the Tree of Lights uh, here where I live. So it's not going to hurt unless you're a really small mom and pop business that you can only afford to give your workers maybe $100 for a Christmas bonus. Hey, I get it. I get it. You're not getting a lot of the profits that the big corporations would get. I get it, but something counts, and that your employees will appreciate it more if you do that. Um, and will more likely be loyal to you. Be like, hey, thanks for that. We had a fantastic year. Here's a little something to show appreciation. That's it, you know. Or you can get them a 50-cent raise for the next year, or maybe $1, or whatever. Uh, it just helps. And I think a lot of families out there are struggling right now, paycheck to paycheck. I know that in some instances, I find myself paycheck to paycheck. I got to work a little bit more to bring home a little bit more. Um, and so I missed out on a lot of my Saturday. Do more of this, not because I'm lazy. I need to do research, and all that takes time. And a lot of times I have it already laid out and ready to go. I got my sheet here. Send my daughter down to the printer and bring it up. So, um, I haven't been able to do that. So I wanted to talk about, because this was on my mind, about this inflation business, and um, that it's hurting. I mean, they say inflation's at, and I know I said this already, inflation's at 3%, but in the grocery store, it feels like it's 20 to 50%. I went to a grocery store last night. I got a couple on sale items that were like 2 for $5. I got two sets of those, so that's $10. I got my wife's lunch for the week. Though I got those for 10. I got uh, some bottled tea, whatever. And then I got some more items. I can't remember what all I got, but it came to like $60. Oh, I got some chicken. I got some already cooked heated chicken from the deli that were $10 each. We got a family of 6 here. Um, so I got 16-piece chicken. So, and then made some mashed potatoes, whatever. But it was $60, you know. Um, 4 years ago, those same items would have cost me probably around $40, 40, $45, something like that. But this was like $60. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even get anything. So, and I'm not shopping at like Whole Foods or anything like that. I'm shopping at the local grocer. They're union and I support them. So, um, and I love the people that work there. It's a family owned supermarket that's in town here, and I've gotten to know the people throughout the years, and I absolutely love them and don't want to go anywhere else because it makes it more of a personal experience. So I just wanted to get that out that we need employers need to do a little bit more through these tough times. Um, I know the auto business is slowing down due to the year. But it always slows down in December and picks back up around January, February. February, especially because of tax time. So real estate is down because there's not enough inventory to sell. The interest rates are too high. I understand that. Uh, so, you know, the realtors might be having a hard time too because, they're used to a regular paycheck due to the housing selling of the house. Well, if you're only selling, maybe one house a month, that's going to put a strain on your financial um, situation. So I'm not trying to sit here and, like I said before, bash corporate America or, mom and pop shops, but just a little bit helps. A little bit helps. It goes a long way. It really does. I know if I got like a little Christmas bonus of $500, I'd be pleased as punch. You know, I only do this part time. I love doing it. I my audience is slowly growing. So slowly, it doesn't help that I'm not on and giving you guys content. Uh, that actually hurts me, but I'm trying. I'm trying to make it work. I love doing this. I love coming on here, pouring my heart out, being live because like I said before, I like doing the live shows because you get the real me. It's not some edited BS that blowing smoke up your rear end, whatever. You know what I mean? So anyway, Christmas is upon us. I get I like Christmas. I really get into the giving mood. Uh, this year, though, I mean, not so much. My wife is doing the shopping, and I'm like, she's like, I need this, I need that, and I need this for so and so. I'm like, oh my gosh, woman, what are you doing to me? You know, but we're making it work. We're having to do some sacrificing, but that's about giving. You know, um, sacrifice my needs and wants to to able to give to somebody. You know, so that's what that's what I'm all about. And this time of year it really ramps up. Years past, back in the '90s, I'd give more to the Salvation Army. Uh, throw them a 10, 20 in there. But now it's like, I can only afford to give you $5 every now and then. Money's tight, and I'm sure that's with everybody. A lot of the food banks in the area are struggling. So if you're able to help your local food bank, I encourage you to do it because there are some families out there that are dependent on that food bank, and if they run out of food, that family's gonna go without. And more than likely, they have small children that need that food. So if you can, support your local food bank. Um, I'm from Missouri, and there's several here. They were just on the news last night that their shelves are depleting. There's no new donations coming in. So support your local food bank, please. So excuse me for a minute. So anyway, talking just heard about Nikki Haley this morning surpassing the polls of Joe Biden, that if she would run, or if the election was today, she would beat Joe Biden in the polls. Um, I like Nikki Haley, but my vote's going to be for Donald Trump in the primary. Um, I wish they had a better rapport and not at each other's throats, because Nikki Haley, I think Nikki Haley or even Ron DeSantis would make a good vice president. I don't know what you guys are so up in arms and Donald Trump. If he won this re-election, it would be his final term. So that's what I'm saying. If you get Ron DeSantis or Nikki Haley in there as a vice president with Donald Trump, let him serve his 4 years, come another election. Let's have, whoever the vice president was, uh, for the next 8 years. I mean, makes sense, right? Come on now. So this would be Donald Trump's final term. I mean, he's for drilling. He's uh, for closing down the border. We have to get this country in check, or we're not going to have a country to be in check with. They already said that there's people on the international wanted list that have been seized at the southern border. So how many more came in before those people were found? Um, and if you talk to the director of FBI, was that Christopher Wray, that with everything going on in the world, we're on high alert. So this is what we got, folks. And if you see that Donald Trump is the lesser of the two evils as far as between him and Joe Biden. I mean, look where we're at with Joe Biden. Joe Biden ain't even running this country. You know that. I know that. It's somebody else. You know, um, it might be Barack Obama. He's said in the past that he would run another term if he could be the puppet master. Well, here he is. I think he's doing it. So it it would be a disservice, the way that they've been treating Donald Trump and trying to do the election interference with all these indictments and charges and all this stuff. That if we didn't give him our support. We had lower gas prices, we had lower taxes, we had more money in our pockets under Trump, and you know it. You know that to be true. That is not a false narrative. And the fake news is going to say, "Oh, he's going to be a dictator. He's going to be a dictator." He said on Hannity, he'll be a dictator for the first day, to drill and to close the border. Those are just the same policies he had before. That's really not a dictatorship. He was joking, and the left went crazy, crazy. See, we told you he's going to be a dictator. He's going to ruin the country. No, he's going to make American first. to where we should be first. We should be taking care of our own people. If people want to come into this country legally, go through the process. I don't have a problem with that. Okay. This is the first time I ever talked about immigration on here because I know people, I have family members that have family members that are immigrants and went through the process and came here legally. They paid their dues, they paid their money, they become a citizen. Now what? Now we have to spend taxpayer money that could go to homeless veterans or even help out the homeless that we have, our homeless crisis that we have here. If we can afford to give um, the immigrants coming in here $3,000 bank card, we can give homeless veterans a $3,000 gift card and let them, get cleaned up and help them out. We need to do that first. We need to help our homeless America, our American homeless before anybody else. Anybody else. Our veterans, the homeless people that are destitute. We need a lot of these people that have drug problems. We need to invest in that and give them some help. Okay, America first, people. America first. That's the only way we're going to get out of this mess if we put us first. We cannot afford to fund Ukraine and Israel at the same time. I'm sorry. I think we're running out of money. Were we going to borrow money from China? I don't think so. So pick your poison. I think we should put Ukraine on standby and help out the Israelis. That's just I'm pro Israel. I'll probably get a lot of flack for that, but I'm a Christian man, and uh, the Jewish people are God's people, so they're my people. I'm not Jewish. I'm a Christian, but like I said, they're God's chosen. Take that for what it's worth. And I'm not for genocide. Okay. So, but yeah, we need to make America first. We need to get back into the game to where America is prosperous. We don't need to be we don't need to be the world's superpower and super welfare system. We don't. We don't have the money for that. They keep raising taxes on us. We keep paying that. They keep telling us they're going to spend money on this. Let's get something straight. They work for us. Okay. Remember when Joe Biden told that union worker, "I don't work for you." The bullshit you don't, buddy. The bullshit you don't. You, the people elect people to represent us. We have the power to take you. We have the power to elect you out and get somebody else in there that will do the job and make America first. Just saying, man. Just saying. The politicians don't have the power. We, the people, have the power. And I think if we make it to 2024, I hope we do. I really hope. But next November, uh, the American people are going to speak, and it's not gonna. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be a Democratic president. It's gonna be a Republican. Um, and hopefully the policies. Hopefully it's Donald Trump. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I hope it's Donald Trump. I really do. He's got my vote in the primary. I vote every primary. I vote every election because I think my vote counts. I know my vote counts. It might have not counted in 2020, but that's another story, and you know what I'm talking about. I don't even have to say it. I knew. I watched it. I watched it all. There was somebody that was posting real time information. You all know who it is. Uh, about the back and forth of the data in the maps. You know what I'm talking about. I saw it too. It was only up for 48 hours, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm just pissed off. I'm pissed off at struggling. I'm pissed off at other people struggling and watching them suffer. I'm pissed off at the direction that this country is going. I'm just pissed. And I'm an easygoing guy. I'm a nice guy. I like to think I'm a nice guy. Might be some people out there tell you that I'm a prick, and but they have their opinion. But for the most part, I have a big heart. That's one thing that other people can say about me is I got a big heart. So we need to get this country around. We need to help those who can't help themselves. We need to wake people up to the nightmare that we're going in, that we're living right now, whether they want to listen to you or not. I'm not saying that shove the information down their throat, but just say, hey, where would you rather be? What would you rather do about this problem that we have in the United States right now? And the solution is we need to get the liberals out of power. Now, I'm not saying that all Democrats are bad. I'm not saying that all Republicans are good. It's not what I'm saying. On both sides of the aisle, I think you know who they are. I'm not going to be out any name calling, but you know who they are on both sides. It's just not one, it's both. We're getting played by both parties. Um, you can see who's playing us and who isn't just by their interviews on CNN or Fox News or MSNBC. Just watch them and listen to them. Really listen to them, because some of that stuff that they talk about is not really conservative values. And you have some Democrats that have conservative values, um, but and vote with conservative Republicans. But then you also have far left people voting against um, the conservative movement. Um, but then you have far right people too. But the people that a lot of people call extremists are, the mega extremists. They are just constitutional people that want to live by the constitutional. It Do you blame them? I don't. Um, I live near St. Louis, to give you an example. Missouri is a constitutional carry state. You don't need a CCW. I encourage you to get one because it has a lot of protections. But you can open carry in Missouri, and you can conceal and carry. And St. Louis City is trying to make it a policy down there to where you cannot open carry. If you open carry without a CCW permit, you will get fined up to $500 or jail time. So, uh, is that legal? I mean, can they supersede? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Um, I haven't asked anybody on that, so I cannot really tell you. But as far as the constitutional Second Amendment, you cannot infringe on my right to defend myself. So, being that we're a constitutional carry state, if I want to carry a sidearm on my persons openly, I can. If I want to conceal it, I can, you know, just to defend myself and my family. When I'm hunting, I carry my sidearm on me. If I'm going to the range, I carry my sidearm on me. So, um, that's just the stuff that I'm fighting with as far as the elections and stuff. I am pro Constitution. I am pro Bill of Rights. I am pro freedom. We need to have policies and we're the people. We control this company or company. We control this company if we I said it again. We control this country if we just use our power. And a lot of people are not using their power. To say no to corporate America, say no to the elitists, stand up, say no to the politicians and saying enough's enough. We, the people, we don't need an unelected bureaucrat to set our policies. We don't need the WHO. We don't need the WEF telling us how to govern the United States and what our policies should be. We don't need Bill Gates doing it. We, the people, have the power to move this country forward in a direction where everybody prospers, not just one class. Everybody. Lower taxes, lower energy bills, um, lower health care, higher wages. Come on now. Come on. The less taxes we have to pay, the more money we bring home, right? So you're telling me that uh let's say let's say what did Joe Biden get? 80 million votes in 2020, is that what they said? I don't even remember the number right now. You're going to tell me that 80 million people in the country are for higher taxes? Bullshit. Bullshit. Nobody wants to pay taxes. Nobody's rushing out there to give Uncle Sam 40%. Nobody. So we have to come together as a nation of people, not be fighting over this silly shit that they got us fighting over right now between race, religion, all that. It's a distraction. Okay, it's 100% a distraction, and we are the ones that are going to have to pay the price. So we need to hold hands and hold the line and say enough's enough. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're trans. I don't. I don't. That is your preference and your right to choose. In this country, that is your right to choose who you want to be. Now, leave the children alone. I stop it there. The the grooming and all that, I'm not for all that, okay? But if you're of age, and I want to say 18 years of older, if you're old enough to vote and you're gay or trans, that is your business. That is not mine. Okay. I love all people. I give everybody the same respect that I get. You give me respect, I give you respect. That's how my that's how I work. Okay. But we need to come as a collective people and say enough's enough. Seriously. So anyway, that is my rant of the day. So if you want to get on a show, if you if you I guess dare come on this show, I don't know how I'm doing. Just send me an email. Let me know if you like the content. Tell me how I'm doing because I don't know and I can't change unless you tell me um, the problem or not really the problem, what I can do to improve for you, the listener. If you want to get on a show, send me an email, steve.man at www.project8podcast.com. You can go to our website and send me a note, or you could get on Facebook. Um, send me an instant message. Send me a message on Instagram, or Twitter or X. I'm sorry. So we're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on X. Did I say that already? I don't know. My coffee's running out. If you'd like to donate, go to our website, www.project8podcast.com. Go all the way to the bottom, click the donate button, and donate. Every little bit helps. And for those who already, donated to the show, thank you. God bless you. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I mean that. I got a QR code there if you want to scan it and donate. A little bit helps. I know times, like I said before, I know times are hard. So I'd like to get more bands on here, and I want to listen to some new music. So for all you band musicians out there, please Instagram me. I got a lot of new followers that are band people uh, and artists. Man, come send me a message. Um, I don't know what your schedule is like. I would message you, uh, but I want please message me to get you on, because I can work around my schedule. So, and you guys were probably busy doing what you do, but probably got a full time job at that, and then got to go to practice or something. I can work around that. Doesn't have to be a Saturday night show. It could be a Monday night. It could be a Tuesday night. I can make it whatever uh, works for you. Okay. Uh, Gil Faction from Single Brass Faction. If you see this, man, I hope you're doing well. Uh, we need to get together soon. Love you, man. Your music's great. I'll continue to keep sharing it. And yeah. So anyway, with that said, y'all have a great day. Uh, I will see you soon. I'll probably be on tomorrow. Maybe later on today if I find something uh, newsworthy. I have the whole day. Maybe I'll work on the show tomorrow and get you something better. Anyway, God bless you. Be safe, and we'll see you on the flip side.